We're back, baby. If you don't know how this series works, just check the last video. I don't really care to explain it. The tanking philosophy. Mike made a video about this back when LeBron was a Cavalier and the Warriors were less broken, and he talked about whether tanking in sports was a good thing to do for a team. Some executives believe that if their team doesn't have a shot to win, which all but 3 basically land in that boat currently, their team should purposely tank in the hope of getting a high draft pick to turn their franchise around. This is a much bigger idea in the NBA as opposed to other leagues for obvious reasons. Let's just do the math. There's 5 starters on the court in NBA. Drafting one superstar can change literally everything. One guy is 20% of your starting team, and as shown to us by LeBron, one man can carry a team to a championship and apparently make someone who I won't name here join the Warriors. If the Yankees were to go and draft a superstar, let's say, there would still be 8 other guys on the field, 5 more starting pitchers, and an entire bench and bullpen to come together to win. One person can't carry a team to a championship in baseball. Believe me, DeGrom tried. This philosophy is an excuse for fans to tune out of their games for a couple years and only give a shit when their teams are on the top, which isn't really what true fandom is about in my opinion, and it kind of ruins the sport. There is a point to be made though with a team like the Sixers, where they can bomb for a few years and then capitalize on their draft picks to become semi-decent, but still get drowned out by the big boys, so really it's more of a personal opinion for you guys to decide. J.R. Smith. Where can I start with this guy? My man Jr. got called out by the girl who once sang the lyrics, quote, "I'd rather be smoking weed whenever we breathe." And if I'm being honest, he probably took her advice during that first finals game this season, because if you remember, he forgot the score. Him forgetting the score should have been its own topic in itself, because how the fuck do you do that? Oh yeah, there was also that one time where he threw a bowl of hot soup at his assistant coach, because he had to keep his history of stupidity going. Ha. And he actually got suspended for it too. If only he did that before Game 1 of the finals, maybe the Cavs would have actually avoided a sweep. I usually like summing up JR's basketball and personal IQ with a few lyrics from the great scholar, Flo Rida. The Knicks. A former employer of the great J.R. Smith, they really made sure to keep the trend of New York sports in their gameplay. These guys used to actually pay Iman Shumpert and Carmelo Anthony physical currency. Honestly, they could have given JR Monopoly money, and my dude would be down at the club making it rain thinking he'd be getting somewhere. The Knicks thought it was a good idea to start a big 3 with Carmelo, Kristaps Porzingis, and the guy from Operation who always seems to be needing some sort of surgery, and assumed that by some magical miracle, Mr. Rose would be able to play more than a handful of games in one season. Their one surprisingly decent move in years, signing the Latvian ladder, was ruined after the continuous New York injury bug has been sidelining him for longer than it'll take for Golden State to win another championship. Just a typical New York team, with their fans filled with boredom, bafflement, and booze. Oh yeah, they also signed Joakim Noah that one time. The officiating. Okay, I get it. It's hard to get every call right when 7-foot-tall behemoths are running fast back and forth in front of you, but the refs that I've seen in the NBA in the past several years have been literal garbage. Like just puke in a bag, burn it, let it sit in the sun, ship it to California, let a dog poop on it, and that's almost how bad the refs have been in basketball. It's just been insane. The amount of calls that have been blown has exceeded most other sports, and I know the NFL has their problems as well. Don't worry, we'll get to them. But I can't watch one game of basketball where the refs look like they're not trying to favor one side. I'm not a believer in the whole league is rigged thing, but the way these refs have called games, and especially during the finals, it's made me a bit more of a skeptic with the idea. The league itself. So I can sit here and pretty much recap my entire NBA rant video from a few weeks ago, but yeah, that's exactly what I'm going to do. Bottom line, this league isn't competitive anymore. For the past 4 years and this season coming up, it'll be the Warriors and LeBron, with pretty much every other team with the exception of 1 or 2 being able to play on a court with them without looking like they're playing with a fucking bubonic plague. This league, honestly, from an outsider looking in, is a flat-out joke. And I know pretty much everyone outside of California agrees with me. I think the Celtics have the best shot at dethroning the Warriors, because I know LeBron and LeVar sure as hell won't. LeBron should have went to the Rockets, and some Rockets players should have taken pay cuts, because if he had gone to Houston, I don't care who you put on the Warriors, Paul, LeBron, and Harden would have beat them every single time. Unless you miss 20 plus straight threes, of course. Bottom line, there are a lot of spineless players in the league. I'm happy I won't be watching this season, and may God bless the souls of every fan not in Boston, Houston, or California. So those were the 5 biggest jokes in basketball. I do hope you guys enjoyed the video. Drop a like if you did. So I don't really know how to end this video, but here's a funny Rick and Morty bit, because I just started watching the show. Yeah, bye.
I'm no stranger to scary situations. I deal with them all the time. Now, if you just stick with me, Morty, we're gonna be... Holy crap, Morty, run! Morty, run! I've never seen that thing before in my life, Morty! I don't know what the hell it is! I call the shots, I run the bulls, I'm Michael Jordan. Hit it with a little bit of push and a little bit of pull when a goddamn mic recording. I bring the heat, I rep the east, I'm like the Celtics. I don't even know what to do with the gold that I get, bitch. I'm Michael Phelps. I'm like LeBron, I get the gold, I'm Sherry Khan. You'll carry bronze, I'm Randy Moss, I'm Mary Khan. My game on Royce, I'm Barry Bonds.